Two Roommates, One Remote, the rewatch podcast where we dive back into the shows and movies we couldn't stop talking about in college, and probably still can. We're your hosts, Anna and Megan. Two roommates with one remote, ready to laugh, debate, and maybe get a little too nostalgic as we revisit the classics and discover a few new favorites. So grab your popcorn, press play, and hang out with us as we rewind it all, episode by episode.
They are a very mature, secure in themselves and in their relationship.
Yes.
They don't want someone to go and explore and thrive and chase after a dream
because
it's going to change things.
Yes.
And they might not be a part of that picture anymore. And I think some people, in some relationships, there's that twinge of like, can I trust them to go off by themselves? That's a whole different layer. That means there's some other issues.
That's not what we're talking about here.
No, not with these characters. No. Billy should have been worried about Jeremiah. Well, I guess he should have been worried about her because we know how that ended. But okay, anyways, never mind on that one.
That's another TV show. Another podcast series.
And she was in love with someone else, so
she
had
was.
every right to be a little insecure.
He did, but anyway, moving on. So
we do a lot of comparing of that show and this one, though. Honestly, I mean, there's a lot of parallels, but overall, Dawson and Joey are starting out strong, in my opinion, in this episode. Ask me again in the next episode. Because I already know my answer.
I don't remember the next episode, but I just remember it doesn't take long for the season to take a turn.
Yeah. And it's still a good episode. Still good episodes. Still good things. Their relationship, not so much. But let's go into Jen and Grams and the grief of it all.
Yeah.
Grams is packing up next morning, packing up his stuff. What do you think?
Grief is different for everybody.
I wrote that exact thing down.
I didn't have to write it down. I've walked through enough grief. I have no grandparents left. So, I've lost them I was going to say I've lost at different stages, but I lost all but one at once, and then like a month apart from each other, and as a sophomore in high school, and then the last one I lost a few years ago. And even just the time span between those 2 points in life, grief is different for everyone, and it's different in different points of your life. I can understand Jen's devastation, because obviously I was about their age when I lost my grandmother. I lost both my grandmothers and my step grandfather, but when I lost grandmommy though, because grew up with her down the hill, I was wrecked. I didn't go off the deep end that Jen does, but I mean it's raw, and you don't know. Those emotions are so foreign that you really don't know how to navigate. So there is some of it that is a cry for help because you don't know what's going on or how to deal.
Here's what I think is really interesting about the age we are watching this show is that we can see perspectives from both age ranges of characters.
Yes.
Because I can see from Jen's perspective of walking in the very next morning and seeing my grandmother packing up his stuff and just being like, what are you doing?
Yes.
Do you not care at all? I can see that.
Yes.
Especially at that age.
Yes.
I can see Graham's perspective though of she's been preparing for this. He
Right.
has been in a coma.
Yes.
She grieved the moment that they said he's not going to probably wake up.
Yes.
She has already grieved him in that way. She was married to him, she said, 43 years. So we can't, it's raw for Jen. I see where the anger comes from and I can understand it.
Oh, yeah.
But I can also see that we cannot take away. Grams has grieved this, and I cannot imagine that kind of grief. I almost started crying watching it because that makes me sad, and I can't imagine it. But also, I just listened to a podcast episode with Terry Irwin.
Yes,
Steve Irwin's,
yes.
and she she's never dated or gotten remarried or just she talked about how they met and how it just progressed their relationship and then got married and everything. And I just cannot imagine being that in tune with another person, that in love, and now you have these two young kids, and now you're faced with a life without that person.
Yeah.
And so same with Grams, which different age than Terry Irwin, obviously, and stages. But what I just mean is I just listened to that, so it's like a raw thing. I can't imagine this. And so here we have Grams, who he had a stroke. She has spent the better part of her life with this man. Knows everything about him. Can remember their first date. Where they were, what he was wearing and looked like. He has a stroke, and now she's having to take care of him.
Yeah.
And has to come to the reality that it will never be the same again. He may never even wake up. She's already grieved him.
Yes.
Jen wasn't there for part of that.
Right. And two, let's not forget, there's something to be said for, and it's not anything. I don't want this to characterize or create some kind of stigma here, and I just want to say what I want to say. Grams even says, that there's those who are less fortunate who need these things now.
Yeah.
She's grounded in that she has her church family, though we don't really see a whole lot of it. We
clearly know that she has faith. Yes.
Which is where she has her faith. She has a different perspective in that the next right thing to do is to help the next person who needs these things, because otherwise they're just going to sit here and collect dust.
Those things are not him. He has not worn those things. That he has not even been in them.
Right. He's never going to need them again.
Exactly.
It's one thing if, let's say, he had a favorite shirt. Or a favorite something, or that there was something that you're partial to. Sure, put that aside, keep that for yourself. Mementos, precious items, something like that, that's different.
For Grams, it could have been I just needed out of my house too.
Well, that too, correct.
And not even thinking about Jen might want some of this.
Well,
and that, honestly, that was my grandmother.
Right.
She just needed it out, packed it up, and I was the one taking it to our church. I opened the boxes to see if I wanted anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't done out of, I'm just not going to give anybody a choice in any of this.
Right.
Not thinking that. She just needed it out. She couldn't look at it anymore. I took things that reminded me of him. Now, she did keep some shirts because she made us pillows and things. But that's not even a conversation that Jen and Grams had. Like, I want this stuff. I'm thinking of, like, personal relation here. Grams, other people need it. It's not his anymore. He hasn't used it. Why wait?
It's just a higher perspective. And again, not saying that somebody who doesn't go to church can't have that, but it really does. You can tell it without having to state it, that it comes rooted out of her faith. And I again can identify with Jen and feeling like, how dare you?
Absolutely.
He's not even in the ground yet.
I see what she means of, like, you just didn't care.
Right.
You're just ready to move on.
Yes, and yeah. But
also,
I still feel like that's a form of projection too. Of, you're so ready to move on already, and there's a part of her, Jen at least, that feels like, she kind of wants to waller.
Oh yeah.
Beyond just the pity party, it's throw it and keep throwing it. You know what I mean?
She also likes to milk things.
Yeah.
I think what we see with Grams and what I think, not I think I know, like our faith helps with this, and it's the only reason for this actually, that you can smile at the memories and celebrate.
Oh, yes.
That he's not in pain anymore, and that he's not just laying in a coma in there. He is somewhere else, and he's healed.
Right.
And you can see that even with her in the movie theater, just smiling, being in the place that they were together. She's remembering things, and instead of getting upset and sad, I'm not saying she doesn't do that, because we do see her get upset. She cries in the finale. She's very tearful.
Heartbreak is real.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But she is able to remember the times with him.
Yes.
And smile about it.
Well, I feel like it was very well said. I think that the word she used was recovery when she's explaining to Jen part of why she's able to do this is because she went from praying for his recovery to then when she found out he's probably not coming back and he's probably never waking up, I am praying for his release.
Yeah. Holding on to him being there would only be selfish for herself.
Well, it only hurts her because it's never gonna be what it was.
I know, but we never want to let that person go. I mean, I know where they would be. We have that same faith. It's still hard,
right? But also having been around family members or just relatives of some certain sorts that have had dementia, for that matter. You can't help but pray for the release of that person from that because it gets so painful to be either watch it or just to be in it with it because it's exhausting.
Well, I think part of that is maturity in your faith too, of being able to have those prayers and having that even if moment with God of like I'm praying for him to recover.
Right.
Even if you don't, God.
Right.
You're still God.
His plan is still better than ours.
You're still God.
Yes.
And we pray for healing. And even when we don't say, but we want him healed here, that's what we're saying. But eventually, it's like when you're, I really have had this moment of like, I'm close enough with God to go, I do want him to be healed here. But when I'm praying for healing, your healing might be there.
Right.
And as humans, we don't want to accept that.
Right. But we have the hope.
Exactly. And that's what Grams has. I know they don't go into depth like we've talked about just now, but that's what her faith is rooted in, is God and heaven and the hope of the future of what's next, not just dying and going in the ground.
No, eternity.
Absolutely. And so that's how she is able to smile and remember the happy time. Jen does not know how to cope with her grief and her pain. That's what I'm getting at. And so she lashes out at Grams. She's also lashing out because this whole conversation with Dawson at the movie theater just happened. And Grams walks up and she says, what's she say?
I'm trying to find it. When Grams is walking up, she's like, "Oh, you're out here or something or another, and looking for a date."
Yeah, to that effect, to finding someone new.
Yeah, basically gonna jump somebody else's bones. It's like, what? Yeah.
Well, that's coming from the whole Dawson.
Oh, I know,
but also being mad that she feels like her grandmother's just moving on that quickly.
Yes, but
the grace and patience that Grams has with her, though, is remarkable. Because that tongue lashing that Jen gave her, I just want to slap her across her face.
So cynical and hateful. It's
because yes, this was your grandfather, but this was her husband of 43 years, and they dated for who knows how. How
what
dare you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Grams does not do that though. This is the shift in Grams to me.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't spend this time giving her a lecture about heaven and the hope of eternity and faith. And season 1, she wouldn't have even been gracious in that conversation. It would have been, just like beat you over the head type stuff. Which is what turns people off of it completely, and we see that. But she has just patience with her granddaughter because she knows it's coming from a place of grief and you know, projecting, absolutely. But Grams have grace for the brat teenager. And eventually we have this moment too where Jen, I thought, is very complex. She is grieving the death of her grandfather. She's also grieving in her own way. This boy who was obsessed with her, now he's not giving her the attention she wants. Nobody is. She feels completely alone. So it's like as a teenager, it does hit you all at once. All of these things all at one time. I am so alone. I have no friends. My grandmother doesn't even like me.
It's so extreme.
Yes.
Yes.
My parents don't want me. They sent me here. So it's all happening at one time. Even though her grandfather was in a coma, she wasn't, able to spend that time with him anyways before he died. But now it's like, he's dead. I'm just alone.
Yes.
So everything is magnified from the beginning to where we are now.
Immaturity and her lack of ability to reason through a lot of it, yes.
And I thought she needs therapy. Not in a joking way. Like,
no, yeah.
That is where she has not dealt with the feelings of everything that happened in New York. The feelings of my parents didn't want me. And they sent me here not for my own good necessarily. It is for her own good, but her parents did it as, we don't want to deal with you anymore.
It was a form of punishment.
She feels like Grams doesn't want her because she does not conform into what Grams wants her to be.
Right.
That's her feelings. Grams has that moment where she hugs her and goes, oh dear, that's not, it's very sweet.
It was.
But now she's used to being the most popular center of attention. She's not getting that anymore. And she's lashing out in that way.
Yeah.
She feels like she has no friends. Because all she had really was Dawson. When she was with Dawson, then she was just automatically in this group.
Yes.
Now that Dawson and her are not boyfriend and girlfriend, she does not see that she could still be friends with all of them.
Right.
Because she just can't see past anything that she's dealing with right now. She's a very complex character, and she really needs to untangle it all in therapy.
Yeah.
She will.
Yeah.
In later seasons.
Yes. But it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, but Grams has this really sweet moment in this scene at the very end where she says, I didn't come here for the movie.
Correct.
I came here to be with him.
Yes.
Because this was their first date was.
Yes. And I did make a note that that's 3 separate dates that were all a first date at this movie theater.
And it's being torn down now. Well, and then turned into a new, more modern theater.
Yeah, an updated version, as Dawson calls it.
But it holds all of these memories and nostalgic moments and just like the giddiness and anticipation of first dates.
But that's kind of part of life. I mean, for that matter, there's no city that totally stays the same, even
growing up and leaving the place you lived forever. I mean,
yeah.
And even going back. Now I can speak to this exactly. Like going back, it doesn't even feel like the same place I grew up in. The things have changed. People have changed. It's not necessarily the same people who even live there and teach there or work in the places. Like it's a completely different things evolve and change.
I mean,
which can be sad.
The first time I went back to T-Town and I hadn't been there in years, I was like, oh my gosh, I almost feel lost around town. They've torn down all this and put something else there, and there's a new shopping mall over there and high-rise apartments over here, and in some ways that takes away from the nostalgia and the memories and whatever, but that's why you're thankful for having them.
Yeah.
Because life does go on.
Dawson makes the point of saying, like, well, Neva's not always bad.
Right.
And not so many words. It's like, but really the parallel is his relationship with Joey, too. Of like, things are changing with them, too.
Yes.
And just because it's moving into a different territory does not mean it will be bad. Just like with the movie theater. It's being updated, more modern.
But
it's still got the same.
Yes, but updates never typically come as simpler than the prior. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyway.
No. But that was my favorite line, was Graham saying I didn't come here for the movie, I came here. And there were a lot. Bessie talking about the second kiss, I did really like that. Excuse me, Dawson saying I would like to hold your hand. That's up there too. Yeah. But this one with Graham's was by far my favorite.
Yeah.
And that was just a really sweet little scene with them. You got anything else with them?
No, I'm just waiting for the fun stuff.
Pacey and Andy's?
Yes. Officer Pacey.
Oh my gosh, after he got his frosted tips coming out of the hair salon.
His guy lights. The 90s man.
He is driving Officer Deputy Doug's cop car.
Yes.
Also, he does not have his license.
No.
That is a confirmed fact. He does not have his license.
Right.
But his sheriff father is just letting him drive around town.
Yes.
He's not paying attention.
Well, he's paying attention, but paying attention to the wrong thing. So he's hollering at Christy, who, has left this hair salon.
Bouncing. She's literally walking with a bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Going to school at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
For the first time all day long.
Yes. And, he's already said something about that he can pick up high-quality girls. Or high-quality women, whatever he calls it. But,
gosh.
Anyway, she doesn't even hear him because she's in her own little world. And he goes to pull out. Yeah.
It was very comical.
It was. Oh, that was... Yes, we'll get to that. So, he goes to whip out and crash. Well, out comes little Miss Andy McPhee. Oh, officer, I'm so sorry.
Her neurotic, stuttering self, like in the synopsis. That is so true. But you know what? I love her.
I do too.
There is never a moment where I'm like, get her off my screen.
Right.
Even in her bad moments later, I'm like, she's an endearing character.
She's witty.
Yes.
And she's funny.
She can
quick.
keep up with him.
Yes, she's quick. I can appreciate it. Oh, I'm here for it.
He does too, even not knowing it.
Yes.
He is attracted.
Yes.
Even though it's not confirmed that he is attracted to her at all. He's attracted to women or girls at this point that challenge him. Yeah. Tamara, wrong or not, she challenged him because she was his teacher trying to make him smarter. Andy now, you see this moment of he appreciates the back and forth that she gives him.
Oh, yeah.
Joey and him are back and forth. There's never he has the upper hand because they're constantly giving it back to him.
Yes.
It's a push and pull constant thing. He needs that.
Yes, he does.
So that is why, we're getting ahead, I know, that is why Andy and Pacey work though.
Oh, absolutely.
It's why they work as friends too.
Yes.
They see this little friendship buddy. Now, this was a very cute meet cute moment. Okay?
It was.
Is it believable that she would think he's way older than her?
In the context of knowing that you've got to be an officer or
to be driving the car.
Number one, yes, you've got to have gone through the police academy at least or something. It's a stretch, but I mean, he did just go get his guy lights done, frosted tips. So maybe
it's also fictional, so we don't need to harp on it.
Yeah, and remember the storyline. This whole
also, she is probably very flustered and not thinking.
True.
I just hit a cop car, so she's not really looking at him going,
"How old are you?" Yeah. True, but at the same time, I don't think it would take too much conversation for me to start those wheels turning.
Yeah. When he says little lady.
And he also doesn't get out in a uniform.
No.
So, there's a few things that
I mean, his baby face is starting to fill out a little more. I will give that. And he has sunglasses on.
He does, but
he doesn't look like a police officer.
No.
But we do find out a lot about her character, even in this short amount of time.
Yeah.
She's from a wealthy family.
Yeah.
Because he even realizes by her address that she lives at the country club.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of car she drives.
Mm-hmm.
So he automatically just assumes that rich daddy's money and this and that.
Well, and furthermore, let's at least just, it plays into what we've already stated, but the fact he's so quickly plays right into her hysteric panic. And it's like, well, yes, ma'am, little lady, I need your license and registration or whatever. I fell out. I mean, I enjoyed laughing this episode.
Yeah. It was very, I mean, even the not lighthearted stuff was not heavy in the sense of
weighing it totally
like
down.
trudging through mud.
Yes.
Yeah. But the lightheartedness with Pacey and Andy, it was fun. It didn't, I mean, and honestly, it fit in the episode to me. It didn't feel like something separate completely.
No.
I thought it was a great way to introduce a new character.
Absolutely.
And one that we keep around.
We like, yes.
Finally.
Mm-hmm.
But then at school, she sees him again, and she...
Officer Pacey!
Oh my gosh. I just love her.
Yes.
She's so cute.
Impersonating an officer is a felony. I should call the police department or the police station and report you. And he quickly informs her that his dad is the sheriff.
That was great. He was like, that'd be... My dad is the sheriff.
Yeah.
It's like, that... Yeah. I mean...
But that also still goes back to his lack of like real parental figures at home, because the fact that your dad doesn't, like, if somebody were to call and you don't care because you know your dad won't care. Okay.
I mean, your dad's the sheriff.
Yeah.
And he's letting his 15-year-old son drive one of his, even if it's his brother or his car, it doesn't matter. It still belongs to the city.
Yeah.
Drive that car without a license. And without the uniform. Forget that he doesn't have a license. He's driving a cop car.
Yeah.
It is a felony.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. So that
he's
right
breaking
there
multiple laws.
Exactly. That right there says they don't care what he does.
No, correct.
He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
And everything he does is a cry for attention in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like he does the most extreme things and nobody notices.
Right, and he was crying for Christy's attention.
He literally was. You know who notices though what he does? Andy.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just because I even remember us talking about that way back when we first.
Oh. Spoiler. They get into a relationship.
I think that's kind of clear.
If you haven't watched this before, I will stand by this forever. She teaches him how to be a boyfriend.
Absolutely. Yes.
And I don't mean like she's step by step, this is what you should do. That is the relationship though where he steps up to be better for someone other than himself.
Yes, he grows because of her. Which
we said in season 1, even with the gross illegal relationship, he wanted to be that type of boyfriend.
He did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're past that.
Yeah.
He wanted that.
Yeah.
So we knew he had it in him. He has, Andy is going to be that character, that girl, who challenges him to be better and to grow. Absolutely. Right. I love this relationship. I really do. I really do like them together.
I do. I mean, I remember like very clearly how much I enjoyed watching their relationship too. So,
in the hallway, Christy walks up and says something to Andy.
Yes.
And he's like, "You're new. How do you know?"
Because he's trying to even just say hey, and she right past him.
Didn't even say anything.
Didn't even acknowledge that he was breathing in that even vicinity.
Like, how do you're new here?
Yes.
And she makes the comment that, well, not in this exact part of it, but she says she's a Homo sapien.
Yes.
Like, she's not giving you the time of day.
Right.
Because you are not human.
But then offers to set him up.
Well, and this, honestly, this really points to who she is and how quick-witted she is. Because he starts to walk away and just roll his eyes at her. And she takes a very serious tone and says, "Pacey, I'll set you up. I'll introduce you." And it's not like, she says it very seriously.
Yeah.
"I'll help you out. I'll
convincingly.
be there for you." in that quick moment right there is where she has the entire idea that she has to string him along and get him back for what he did to her with the cop car.
Oh, yes.
She is so smart.
Yes, yes.
I love her.
I do too.
She puts him in his place. So she does prime Christy, is what she says. Got her primed for you. Then walks away, and he goes up
to ask her out.
She says yes, and he is already like gonna be. Okay, yeah, it's fine.
But he's almost like, taken aback at how easy it was.
Yes, because he was ready to accept the defeat.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, okay. And what?
Yeah.
He said yes.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was all Friday. So they're planning to go to the movie theater also because of course it's the last movie ever there. Everyone in town has to go, and so he waits around basically all night. She finally comes up in her slip dress like tomorrow.
Yes.
That's immediately what I thought.
And she also looks way too old.
Well, she's 2 years older than him.
Yeah, she looks significantly older than that. And here we are yet again with another character.
Older woman.
Just whoever picks these characters, they don't fit what age. But I will say, Andy does fit.
Yeah, she's like the oldest of all of them.
Right, but she actually looks like she could be.
But I'm saying that's just crazy because she is like 28. Yeah. But she does. But honestly, that's just different people are different because I'm 33, almost 34, and I feel like I don't think I could pass as a 15.
We're both 33, almost 34.
I know, but I'm just saying people. Maybe not now. I don't know.
I regularly our birthdays are about the same.
I don't regularly have people come up and be like, "You look like you're 21." I'm not saying that. I just mean people are always shocked.
Same.
At what age I am.
Yeah.
So I do think that could be Andy. Like, she looks younger than she is, Meredith Monroe. But she is the oldest of the cast, of the teenagers.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she is a great addition, though.
She is.
And I love that her first interaction and introduction is with Pacey.
Yes.
To this group. It's not with Joey or Jen or Dawson. Like, her first introduction to this new group of people is with Pacey. For no reason. Like, I'm not saying, I want them to be together. I just think it is a really cool friendship that's forming between them. And that's her first, other than Christy Livingstone, he's her first friend at Cape Side.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me.
Yeah.
It's like, they don't really match as friends. You would not on paper. They would not.
Maybe not. I was going to say, when you were talking about, quick wit and her being smart and stuff, I mean, she is a good match for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I just,
But I think in the traditional sense, they would not, if we look at things on paper, you would not think they are in the same friend group. Necessarily.
Right, I see what you're saying. So, in other words, it kind of would have been harder for them to cross paths or to have befriended each other in some.
In the real world, I just don't see that the way she's grown up versus the way he has, that they would necessarily migrate to the same friend group.
Right, they would need to meet you.
But absolutely,
yeah.
But personality-wise, like once you get to know them, absolutely. Yeah. Oh gosh, I just love it so much. She is the perfect addition to the friend group. Oh. Okay, Christy comes up though in her Tamara Jacobs dress.
Yes.
They've already missed the movie. He's ready to. He's like, I thought we'd go get some dinner. And she's like, no, I just came here to let you down.
Yeah. Well, it's my 5-week anniversary with my boyfriend.
He wasn't too happy that I had plans with him.
And at that, he's the one that drove her up to him. But she tells him how brave that she thinks that he is, and living with this basically fatal condition that he could just drop dead at any time from this heart strike.
Squeezing his heart. It's a shock on his face.
Yes.
It's like,
what?
That was great. And we know in that moment, without it being said, that Andy set him up.
Of course. Well, that's
Well, I mean,
what
she
said.
does. She does
She
say
told me
she
that she
told
was
me.
gonna. Yeah.
But it's like we as audience go, oh, she's getting him back.
Yes, but
He
guess
deserves
what?
that.
Let's also at least acknowledge she would not have come if he didn't have some condition or something to feel bad for him about. So she really did do the whole deal. Okay?
She did.
It's not just totally dirty, but she really did do the whole deal. Okay?
It just happened to be her 5-week anniversary.
Yes, but Andy's a girl.
Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say she's a girl. She's not a girl's girl, but she
is though. I mean, we don't see that in this episode
No,
necessarily.
but
we do. She's a good friend too.
yeah. It was good.
Yeah, but and then even better than that is when they run into each other at the little grocery shop.
Yes.
Gosh, he is just outdone with her a little bit. I'm like,
Yes.
what even is a heart strap?
I made it up. And I thought it sounded pretty good, didn't it?
Of course she made it up. Of course she did, because she's so clever.
Yes. And then she has the nerve to tell him to dye his hair back.
But okay, before that though, I appreciate that he's not like angry at her for this.
Yeah.
He kind of laughs like he kind of almost like gives it to her like, okay,
he wore it
good.
like,
yeah. And
okay,
then he's like, when the hair dye. Well, okay, before that, he has his little dialogue of saying he did it because this was his moment to be somebody different too, not the town screw up, not the fun. And he doesn't say it in a pitiful me type way, but I did take note of he's saying all this, which we know and we've said about him before, that this is what everybody else has labeled him as. And he says, I'm the town screw up, blah, 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 brunette, and he makes a comment about his hair. Mm-hmm. She turns around and does not stop and harp or ask him probing questions about his home life or why he feels like he's the screw up or the clown or whatever. Mm-hmm. She just says, you really should dye your hair back. Mm-hmm. I liked that. I took note of that as like, while they do dive deep into that once their relationship starts, and she does help him see that he's more than that, now's not the time. She knows that. Yeah. They're friends. They're shallow on the superficial level of friendship right now. And she just is like, yeah, I'm not touching that.
And in some regard, I don't know that we can call it friendship yet. It's kind of acquaintances.
Yeah. It's a little tit for tat right now. We've crossed paths today does not mean we're going to see each other tomorrow.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. But she does tell him, you should dye your hair back.
And then he picks up the peroxide.
She corrects him and gives him something, and that's when he says,
should I trust you?
Yeah. Is this another, are we even now? I got you, you got me. And it's just I liked that grocery store scene. I thought it was really cute. I smiled through the whole thing. Honestly, Pacey and anybody, I'll smile and scream, and I love it when he's on there. It doesn't matter who he's with, because he's great. But
except for Miss Jacobs.
But again, we found positive things about him in those moments. Just not, But, Andy, I love that she is a guest star, a guest character that comes in and sticks around.
Yeah.
She's a great addition to this friend group. Gosh.
Which even when shows start another season and they start introducing new characters, that can be so risky.
You can.
And it can be so off-putting. But
this one, they didn't throw them all at us at one time. It was, she's here. Christy, not here.
She only served a point or just a place in the plot and the
with Andy
storyline.
and Pacey.
Yeah. She's not intended to be a main character.
No.
And you can see that.
Honestly, they've mentioned her name before this. It's almost one of those figments of your imagination of like, this is just the great Christy Livingstone, but this is the episode we actually got to see who she was. They'll keep talking about her. It's not important that we see her.
Right.
But it did just serve a purpose for Andy. I like that they don't throw Andy into the full group yet. It's not about that. They're not trying to incorporate her in with everybody. It's going to come in a natural progression. And then even the other new characters come in that way. It's not, here we all are. Like, literally her brother Jack, we don't even meet him yet. But they're brother and sister. Yeah. But I like the way that they did. Jack. He's in the next episode. They don't force us to, they're brother and sister, so we have to see them in every scene together. It's not like that.
They don't shove everybody down your throat all at once. Yeah.
Absolutely. Things were done right in this episode. Yeah. That definitely was.
I actually almost wondered, did they hire some new people in between?
And here's what I found out. In season 1, the writers were in LA. And so they would have to write the scripts and send it in enough time that it would get to Wilmington. Season 2, the writers were in Wilmington. Okay. They started writing a little bit more towards the characters or towards the actors and how they would play their character. And it became a little more personal with the actors and their characters. And even some of the actors pushed back with some of the dialogue in season 1. They did not feel like this was realistic with these characters, and so they pushed back. And that's where we get with some of it eases up just a little bit in season 2. Yes. But with that came scripts would get done a little later because they had more wiggle room. They didn't have to send it off to get to receiving in Wilmington, and so they even pushed back on that. Like, okay, we had to find a balance somewhere. So that even changes again in season 3, but also we get a new showrunner in season 3. So we do encounter some changes and some things that it's like, this doesn't feel like the same show at times, blah blah blah. But shows have growing pains too. But anyways, it was we covered a lot of the trivia things like Pacey's hair, Dawson's hair, all of that. Those are things that we kind of picked up on already. But some of these shows can confuse viewers of where they are in the year. So season 1, if we didn't already know this, I'm just going to throw this out there, and you may know it, but somebody listening may not. Season 1 and 2 are both their sophomore year. So we are still in the middle of sophomore year. 3 and 4, 3 is their junior year, 4 is their senior year. Okay, just throwing that out there. Seasons 1 and 2 confuse people sometimes, is what IMDb said. Okay. I mean, I get that. Like, it kind of has because it was summer for them going off the show, the hiatus, it has that summer break feeling coming back a little bit because they all do look a little older and different.
And more tan.
But it was literally the same day. Yeah. In the scheme of the show.
Right. Yes.
So I can see where the confusion comes from a little bit.
Yes.
No red flags.
No.
We're starting off strong.
We are.
We're starting off strong. I'm not even going to quiz you on this one. The only movie that is mentioned, some TV shows are mentioned, but I'm not counting those. The only movie mentioned would be the movie that they watched at the theater.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
So, any other music stand out to you?
Several, actually. And, it's funny because I'll hear them, like what's playing, and this is what's cool about movies or TV shows. It instantly triggers another memory of where it's used in another movie or a TV show. Like Virgin River has used, and it's literally just escaping me right now. Put a little trust in, or have a little trust in, or whatever.
Have a little faith in me.
Faith in me. Thank you. Yes. And I can't remember what it opened with, but that was another one that was familiar. And
it's the same song that ended season 1. Yeah, that song is very iconic to those scenes for me in Dawson's Creek. Yes,
right. But there were several in there that were. I can appreciate the throwbacks. Let's just put it that way.
I'm starting to really more and more appreciate the scoring and soundtracks of things.
And I noticed that today.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of companion podcasts because it's not even rewatches anymore because a lot of people are now doing a podcast that goes right alongside with the episodes that are coming out. And I kind of like that in a sense. It's like, we don't have to wait till it's over to go back and rewatch it. Let's do it together right now. But with that, they're able to, because they're on set or they're right there with them, they're able to get more behind the scenes interviews and things, because it's not tracking them down years later.
Right.
But with that being said, I've listened to a lot where it's not just the actors that they're interviewing or even directors. It's like crew and camera operators and the makeup department and wardrobe, and then even like an episode of Tell Me Lies. I don't know if you've ever watched any of that, but it's currently on, and they just started. Season 3 just started, and they just started a podcast to go with it.
That's cool.
And so, I think it was Tell Me Lies. Yeah, it was. The music department, she was interviewing him, and he was just talking about, there is just so much, I just don't think about that a lot of times, of the intricate details of like, and even like the director and the showrunners go in and say, this is what I want this scene to be like. I need you to help me score something that can go here, or bring some music in this. And if the show is not set in the current time, the music needs to match that time.
Yes, and furthermore, just thinking about like how lyrics of a song that's already written, so you can't change it. I mean, you could splice and cut and whatever. I'm not talking about that. But if you are playing that to score the scene, and you're lining up the lyric and the timing and there's so much detail that goes into that.
Artistic.
Yes, and people don't give enough credit to the people who do that.
It's really cool. Every single aspect of making a movie or a television show, I don't care if it's fictional. It is hard work.
Yes.
And it is, if it's done right, I mean, that's why we watch it.
Yeah.
That's why we watch these things.
And you have TV shows that some of them are known for their music. Like, we know One Tree Hill. That was...
I mean, the OC is too.
Right.
Absolutely. It introduced those bands to
But
people.
then, furthermore, think about the absolute, just full-blown train that Yellowstone was.
Yes. I think about The Summer I Turned Pretty too.
Oh, absolutely.
The very detailed.
Oh, yes.
Every single song was placed very meticulously. Yeah, it's wild.
The movies that have their own soundtracks written and scored for them.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps.
It's
Those
talent.
are the ones,
It's really awesome. And if it's not done right, the entire ship sinks.
Yes.
It really does, because it tells you how you should be feeling in this scene.
And that's a way to quote Pitch Perfect.
Yes.
And furthermore, that's also something that's mentioned in the Friends with Benefits.
The holiday.
Yes.
With Cameron.
But
music tells my dog how he should be feeling when he's watching TV. I mean, you can tell when there's like an intense scene, cops are chasing people in the dark, and the music that's playing, he knows how he should be feeling, and he's a little anxious because the music and the way they're moving on the screen, or if it's like bright and cheery, he's just, it tells us how we should be feeling.
Yes. Truly, as somebody who loves music, and I mean, I personally, depending on what is going on or what I'm doing, I build playlists for either road trips, which is not a new thing or something special, but there's plenty of other things that I do that I'll create my own playlist for. That, I mean, I remember burning CDs and building playlists on iTunes so detailed to, I mean, I had some that I had made for friends, for example, on CDs, and literally this song, it was like a long, drawn-out sentence in its own way. Like, this one said something that one answered, that this one, and if it wasn't even that, even just the names of the songs could, anyway.
No.
I get it. There's so much that goes into it, and I truly, truly appreciate it. And I could tell even this whole episode had such a vibe that...
It did. I'm not a music person, and I can appreciate the work that goes into it. And it's not just, let's just choose some songs here.
No.
There's more that goes into it. If you're not creating a specific score, like, for that specific movie or show, you have to get the rights for that music. And it's a whole lot of money and time and just communication. The things that it takes to make entertainment. I want to know more. That is why I love these podcasts. I really do. Like, it can be oversaturated. I don't care. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
If there's a show that I have watched or currently watching, you got a podcast to go with it, I'm doing it. I don't care how many I have. I'm doing it because I want to hear all of the behind the scenes. I want to hear the interviews. I want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly of that time that you were filming it or whatever it is. I want to hear the hard work that the people, I don't even know who their names are.
Yeah.
I want to know it all. That's why I love these things. And now I watch shows and movies with the mindset of, I wonder what they would say if they had a podcast. I wonder what they were feeling when they made this scene.
Right.
I wonder if this was difficult for them.
It's not like the music is playing in the background of the scene being shot. That's done after the fact. So, I mean, even just their facial expressions and stuff, there's such an art to it.
Yeah. It can be a fictional show, but let me tell you,
the people who do it are not
talented.
Fictional. Correct.
It takes talent, good actors, and any actor that I've heard talk about a show that they're on, they give credit where credit's due and say their job is the easy job. It's all the crew and the behind the scenes people that have the hard jobs, and I like that too when they acknowledge that it is. They may be the face of it, but they don't have the hard work. No. They just have to do what somebody tells them to do. Everybody else has the late nights and the time away from their families, and they give them that credit, and I do appreciate that. But good actors change an entire show and movie for you too. And let me tell you, I'm not endorsing or saying you should go watch Tell Me Lies. It is jacked up, okay? And it will literally make you go, oh God, that's me. That's me. That was me in that relationship because it is a manipulative college relationship. It is.
Oh no. I don't think I need that kind of
It's
a trigger.
real dark. It's real dark. But what I will say, and they're in relationships with each other in the real world, the couples. So like the toxic relationships on screen, they have said they have freedom to act because they know they're in loving relationships with each other outside of the camera. Is superb. I used a different word, but it's phenomenal. It really is. I'm literally going, oh my gosh. That's scary how good you are at that. Because I feel like that's you in real life. But they're not. Their acting is so good. I literally had that thought yesterday when I watched one of the episodes. I was like, they are good. So, in another life. I want to be an actor. I can't.
You could. Yes, you could.
Yeah, let's just do our own thing. You like score it, and I'll just one man show. Just Okay, so this was such a good one.
It was.
Let's give some ratings, and then I have some announcements. I can't wait to tell you some. Okay.
What is your rating?
What did I say? Okay, so my top rated episode so far up to this point was the season finale of 1, and I gave that an 8. Honestly, I loved this episode, so this one tops it. I don't have very far to go, so I'm hesitant to give it a 9. But honestly, I'm doing it because this was a good episode.
This was a very good episode.
From top to bottom, like the chemistry they had with each other, the conversations they had, even the maturity. Some of it's like, would you really be that mature? But their maturity was still, it wasn't too over the top like some parts in season 1 where we're like, no.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Right.
This one, it's like, I can see where that maturity would come from. I probably wasn't that mature. A lot of teenagers are not that mature. I can see where that one would come from.
Hey, I appreciate a better role model.
Yeah. I'm going with a 9.
Go for it. Are Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 6. I told you might fall out. My initial thought was a 5, but I was like, I really think I want to give it one more point because
push it up.
I mean, I really enjoyed it had its moments.
Mm-hmm.
Not to make light of any grief or anything else, but I mean, it was, the vibe was good.
Mm-hmm. It was. Well, even the behavior of Jen and that though, we can pick apart. It gives us something to talk about, and it's done in a way that's like there are layers to these characters now.
Yes.
And it's not just Dawson's world anymore.
Oh, praise God.
Even Dawson has shown some growth a little bit. We're gonna digress, don't worry. But I just mean,
oh yeah, he's always short.
I'm so glad that this is how we start season 2.
Yes,
because it proves to us that we can see good in this. You know, even in him.
Right.
We don't like him, and yet this episode, there wasn't much that I'm going, ugh, to him.
Right. I agree.
Not much. There's always going to be something.
Yes.
But, okay. Wow.
All right, so what are you going to tell me?
Okay, so these are some little announcements, but I did a thing today.
Okay.
Hopefully this episode, and this is for listeners and you, but so when this episode comes out, it will be the first Tuesday of February. So we took the January off, essentially. We know we did Christmas movies in December. Well, not you. This was your first one back. I'm so happy.
Yes.
But I had some guests and did some Christmas movies. But January was just a nice break to also to not feel the burnout of like needing to get them in, but also now we've forgotten how to do one. So forgive us if this episode is long. It's just because we haven't done it so long and we're just loving it.
Yes.
Okay. But if this episode is not on YouTube, hopefully it is, then the next one is going to be. That is the goal for 2026, is to now have YouTube video versions of the episodes.
Yes.
So the channel is set up. You can go ahead and find it and subscribe and follow. It is, we'll put it in the show notes, but it is that did not copy onto my page. Okay, cool. You can find it. You can search Press Play Again Pod. Or Press Play Again 2 Roommates 1 Remote, I think is what I actually put it on. But it will be in the show notes too, the episode description. But you can't, I'm so excited.
Awesome.
It's going to be really cool. You have to forgive us though, because we are not professionals, and so sometimes we do our best at our little makeshift stuff. And so sometimes the sound quality or the video quality, it's not going to be, we don't have a full team. We're doing this ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're doing pretty doggone good, if I do say so myself. So, the other thing is that starting in February, we are releasing 2 episodes a week.
Woo-hoo!
So, Tuesdays and Thursdays episodes will be out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and YouTube also. So, with that, we are going to try and batch episodes because the editing process is not a quick turnaround. So, we got to get some banked so that the editing can happen. But I'm so excited because it's going to move a little quicker to where we're watching these episodes. It's not once a week, but several a week. And we're going to fly through it because people are literally asking what show are we doing next.
Yes.
So,
and I've got a couple movies.
And we're doing movies, yes. So it's 2 a week. It's a lot of work, but it's also fun. And
it is.
So
I've missed this so much.
Me too. That's why this episode may be super long, but I don't care.
I don't either.
I'm only cutting out the stuff that's unnecessary. If it's 2 hours, it's just 2 hours.
Yes.
Come back the next day and listen some more.
You
Take
can
a
press.
break.
You can press pause, but press play again.
And then rewind and do it again.
Be kind.
We have listeners in Germany, Singapore, Indonesia, all over the United States. Really awesome.
Let's go. Yes.
I'm so excited, actually. So, okay. Also, Instagram at Press Play Again Pod. TikTok at Press Play Again Pod. We also have a website.
Okay.
And it's just got the episodes on there too, but it's also got like different little buttons you can click. You can, if you are just feeling fun, you can donate. There is that option now.
That's cool.
Like $2. I don't care.
That's
That's there, but you can see like old episodes. You can leave a rating. You can leave fan mail. All of that's on the website. That'll be in the show description. I'll put that. And you can donate if you're feeling fun. Mm-hmm. The last thing that I set up today. Mm-hmm. This is a fun little layer here. An email list. So it's almost like a blog.
Yes.
Or behind the scenes, like extras. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to pay money. It's not like that. It's you literally just sign up and subscribe.
Yeah.
And so we have I'll put the link for you can opt in to get on the email list. Mm-hmm. And it gives like more of a description of what to expect in those emails with the behind the scenes stuff that maybe we had to cut out from the episode to shorten it down. It'll be like shows that we're watching that week that's not even about Dawson's Creek.
Right.
I mean, I put up videos on TikTok of what I watch in a week, and so it'll be things like that, and just like recommendations of shows and movies, and even soundtracks, like just fun extras.
That's awesome.
And if you opt in, that's the only way you can get it. Mm-hmm. You have to click the link, and I'll put the link in the show description. You have to click it, sign up with your email. You'll get this fun little welcome email, and it's I'm so excited about it, actually.
That's awesome.
So, we have 2 subscribers right now. Megan's going to have to do it before you leave the studio tonight.
Yes.
Our 2 subscribers are me and Shannon, my mom.
Well, now
mostly because I needed to know if it looked right and it turned out correctly.
Okay, yes.
But I'm not. Well, obviously this episode doesn't come out until February, so we're not launching it officially until this episode comes out.
Yes.
But it'll be on like all socials, but also it'll give some like first glimpses at 2 new podcasts that I'm gonna start rolling out this year, and I'm so excited. It's completely different from this one, obviously. It's not about TV and stuff, but that'll be like the first look at those things and the first access.
Yes.
So. So it's like a fan club without having to like pay money, unless you're feeling fun, and then you can. But I don't say feeling fun because it'd be fun for us too. But you know what else is fun? Just getting a rating, getting a review, getting an email, getting a fan comment, fan mail. We got our first fan mail today. That notification, I was like.
Yeah, and we were about to start. That was hilarious.
That's cool. You received a fan mail. I'm like, okay. Yes. Big time.
Yes. We made it. Big time ministry. You need to wear that every time.
So, who knew setting up an email list would be so fun?
No, but it is though.
It just literally builds a little community.
It does.
You don't have to watch Dawson's Creek to be for that, especially the email list, because it's going to be behind the scenes of the podcast and what it's like for us, and it's going to be some Dawson's Creek stuff because that's what we're currently talking about. Right. But it's going to be more just TV and entertainment and some pop culture stuff and stuff that we can't necessarily fit into an episode. Or things that we had to cut, or just I'm so
the stuff that gets cut sometimes is comical.
It is. Sometimes I save it just to post it on socials.
Yeah,
I love it. This is so fun. It really is.
I really enjoyed this.
2026, we're growing.
Yes, in all of the things we're doing.
All the things.
Yes,
I love it. Okay.
So, that's it for today's episode of Press Play Again. 2 roommates, 1 remote. Thanks for hanging out with us as we rewatch Dawson's Creek Season 2, Episode 1, The Kiss. If you loved today's conversation, be sure to check out all of our socials, leave us a rating, and drop a comment to let us know your favorite moments. We'll be back next week with more laughs, more nostalgia, and, of course, more rewatches. So until then, keep the remote close, the memories closer, and as always, be kind. Rewind and press play again. Bye, Remy.